this game is something that it demands a lot from this position. But he's really good at what he does, and he's really taught me how to zero in on every single detail of the game. We don't ever want to be sloppy in any aspect of anything that we do. Just because we throw a completion or we have a big play, like, let's not be fooled by the result. Like, what is there something here that could have been better? Could the ball have been placed better? If the receiver catches it but he has to spin and then he gets tackled, could he have got more yards if I put it upfield? Like just little things like that. So, he is just constantly on me to perfect my craft, and that's what makes him who he is.
We saw early in training camp you had some struggles with turnovers, kind of up and down days. How have you tried to work off the field to correct some of those things and even it out here as camp goes on?
Yeah, it's just like anything else. You watch the film, you address it, and you try to learn from your mistakes. We are all going to want plays back and have things happen that aren't good for us or for offense, things like that. But ultimately, you just want to grow from it. And I think all of us, myself, and everybody, that's our goal. And so when you're able to do that, you come out better from those things, and that's the biggest key to all of that.
How's Coach Longo kind of giving you some confidence when you've had some of the maybe down days, or how have you kind of mentally gotten through some of those?
Yeah, we, like I said, he's the same all the time, and I'm the same all the time. When things are good, we want him to continue to be good. And when things are bad, we want to do something to get us back on track. And so that's my mentality, that's his mentality. And so, like I was saying, we cut on the film, we go through it. Yeah, he might be upset or ask me why I did what I did or whatever, or what I saw. But at the end of the day, we learn from it and we try to get better, and we try not to make the same mistake again.
Are there certain areas you think you've progressed the most since you finished spring, into 2 weeks of fall camp?
Yeah, for sure. I just think as an overall understanding and comfortability with the offense, if that's a word, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think just understanding the game. Me and Coach spent a lot of time this summer going through spring ball cut-ups, going through different projects, and that's, like I said before, that's kind of my favorite part of the game. And so as we've been into camp, there's things that I'm just seeing it faster, feeling it faster. There's not so much newness anymore. It's just trying to perfect what we do and grow as an offense. And in areas that I've got better, I think that being one of them. Also, Coach challenged me after spring ball to kind of to grow my athleticism as much as I can. I'm never going to be a quick twitch, like can hurt you on any play type of guy, but I've got to do as much as I can to be able to get 6, 7, 8 yards whenever the defense is going to give that up. And I think through camp, I've definitely done a good job of that, and I've proven that, that's an aspect of my game that has gotten better. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a weapon, but it's definitely gotten better. I can do those things, and I think Coach is a lot more comfortable putting me on the run and things like that.
How do you decide whether to stick with trying to get the ball down the field to your receivers and use your feet if you can pick up 6, 7, 8 yards?
Yeah, it's just a feel thing, and he talks about ultimately, like, we could coach it, and it's easy to watch it on film and say, oh, I should have thrown it, or oh, I should have ran it. But ultimately, you got to play the position, you got to feel the game, and that's the hardest thing. That's what makes the great guys the great ones, and that's what makes the guys that don't make it the reason they don't make it. And so for me, we talk a lot about a lot of times it's 1 to 2. You're probably going to have to move on 3, and then you got to get out of there. And so sometimes it's 1, and you got to get out now. So. Just trying to have really good pocket presence on every snap. If we're trying to get the ball downtown, obviously that's the priority. But if things are closing in, then you got to try to do what you can. We need to do everything that we can do to not have negative plays. Sacks, penalties, that stuff, those kill drives. 3rd and longs. It's drive killers. And so we got to do everything we can to stay out of those negative plays.
I don't know if you look at it this way at all, because you're about to start this season, but do you view this year as an opportunity to position yourself well for the future, knowing full well that Tanner's got 1 year here, and at least at this point, you're taking the snaps with the twos?
Right. It's one of those things, like Coach talks about, like, no matter who's in the game, like if it's Tanner, then great. Tanner's going to play this year, and he's got to win games for us now. And for me, yeah, I understand that what I'm doing now is putting me in position for who's going to be the next guy, and that is important to me. But ultimately, like, if I am the backup, then I've got to prepare just as much as Tanner, because I mean we've